All right, let's dive right into this explainer and conquer what basically feels like the final secret boss level of law school, your Bar Council of Delhi enrollment. I mean, you've spent years reading case laws, writing exams, and practically living in the library, but the journey isn't quite over yet. Today, we're going to break down the exact step-by-step process of getting officially enrolled, all based on real, on-the-ground experiences.
Getting those final passing results is an incredible feeling, isn't it? But here's the reality check. Despite finishing your exams and leaving campus, there is still a massive bureaucratic mountain to climb before you actually hold that official ID card in your hands. You're a law graduate, sure, but to stand in court as an advocate, you've got to navigate the Bar Council's paperwork first. So here is our roadmap for this explainer. We're breaking this giant process into 6 manageable steps: gathering college documents, getting the green form, filling and self-attesting, affidavits and required attachments, submission and payment, and finally, the final meeting. We're going from day 1 at your college all the way to the moment they hand you your first advocate's band.
Step 1. Gathering college documents. Your quest officially begins on day 1 by heading straight back to your college campus to get your foundational paperwork sorted. You're going to need 4 very specific documents from your college admin office: a character certificate, your officially stamped mark sheets, a no-objection attendance certificate, and most importantly, your provisional certificate. Since your actual formal degree might take months to print, this provisional certificate is your golden ticket. And crucially, you absolutely must make a photocopy of it right away, because you literally cannot even get the application form without it later. Moving on to step 2, getting the green form. And yeah, it's an actual physical mini-quest just to get the paperwork.
You can't just download this online and print it at home. You have to take that photocopy of your provisional certificate we just talked about and physically head over to the Bar Council of Delhi office, which is a short walk from the Green Park metro station, or you can hit up the Bar Association offices at any of the district courts in Delhi. Hand over your copy, and in return, they'll hand you this notoriously comprehensive green-colored application form.
All right, step 3, filling and self-attesting. Let's move to day 2. This is where things get real, and where trivial mistakes can cause big rejections. You have to be incredibly precise here.
So, the golden rule is to follow their formatting instructions to a T. Write everything in block or capital letters, no cursive, period. They don't want any handwriting mix-ups. For your name, make sure it's your surname first, then your first name. Got a section that doesn't apply to you? Do not just leave it blank. You have to physically write NA for not applicable. But, and this is a big but, absolutely leave the office use and payment fields completely blank. Let the staff handle those.
Now, here's where it gets a bit tedious. You need 2 totally different types of signatures. First up is self-attestation. You personally have to sign and date next to every single NA you wrote, every yes or no checkbox you ticked, and on every single photocopy you attach. Then there's the external verification. You've got to find a senior advocate with at least 10 years of standing to sign your character certificate. And get this, they actually have to sign and press their official stamp directly over the passport photo you glue to the form. Don't forget that stamp over the photo.
Step 4, affidavits and required attachments. Before you can proudly submit this green form, you have to gather your external documents and make a quick trip to the notary.
So head over to your local notary. For about 100 to 150 rupees, they'll draft 2 mandatory affidavits for you. One is a gap year affidavit, which you only need if you took time off between your studies. But the second one is mandatory for everyone, an affidavit formally declaring your clear intention to practice law, specifically in Delhi.
Next, flip to page 10 of that green form. This is your master checklist. You basically need self-attested photocopies of your entire academic life, your 10th and 12th mark sheets and certificates, your undergrad degree if you did a 3-year LLB, and obviously your LLB provisional degree and stamped mark sheets. Throw in a copy of your Aadhaar card for ID. Now, if your permanent address isn't in Delhi, you'll need to attach a Delhi rent agreement to prove your residence. And finally, those passport photos, make sure you're wearing the proper uniform, a white shirt with a black tie. No casual shots.
Which brings us to step 5, submission and payment. With your mountain of paperwork perfectly filled out, self-attested, and notary stamped, it is time to head back to the BCD office.
Try to get there early, ideally before 12:30 p.m. Now, this part is kind of wild. You'll actually use a giant hole-punching machine they have at the office and literally tie your massive stack of documents together with a physical piece of thread. Once it's all tied up, you hand it in, grab a token number, and wait. That very same day, they'll call your number for an in-person verification just to double-check that you haven't missed a single signature.
Once they accept your file, we hit the waiting game. It takes about a month for the Bar Council to independently verify your documents with your college. Once they get the green light, they'll actually shoot you a WhatsApp message. That text is your cue to head back to the BCD office one more time to pay your enrollment fee. Thankfully, this part is super quick. You just scan a UPI code right at the desk.
All right, the final stretch. Step 6, the final meeting. You did the paperwork, you did the waiting, you paid the fee. Now you face the final boss.
Now, don't let the word meeting freak you out. It's not a stressful interrogation of your legal knowledge. Because they process so many applicants, they group everyone who paid that month into one large welcoming session. Think of it more as a professional jamming session. Senior members will guide you on legal ethics, talk about career opportunities, and the best part, they hand you your very first advocate's band right there.
And the emotional payoff hits almost immediately. That very same evening, after you walk out with your band, your provisional enrollment certificate will arrive digitally straight to your phone. You're officially in the system.
But hey, here's a quick piece of advice passed down from senior advocates. Keep your actual enrollment number private. I know it's super tempting to post your unblurred certificate on social media to celebrate, but fake lawyers actually scour the internet to steal credentials. So stay smart, protect your hard-earned license, and blur that number out.
So what's next? Well, about a month to a month and a half after that meeting, your grand quest truly comes to an end. You return to the BCD office one last time to pick up your physical, hard plastic ID card and your beautiful final printed certificate. You did it. You conquered the paperwork, you navigated the bureaucracy, you played the waiting game, and you followed the rules. You are officially an advocate recognized by the Bar Council of Delhi. The paperwork is behind you, your entire career is ahead of you. The only question now is, are you ready for your first case? Thanks for tuning in to this explainer, and seriously, best of luck out there in the courtroom.